What's up, guys? You're in the machine. It's hot yoga season in the desert, which is pretty much every day between May and October in Phoenix, hence the shades. Quick flow today to work little hips and some hamstrings with a couple of twists. Only about 9 poses, depending on how you count. We're going to do it 4 times. I'm going to talk you through it slow and annoying the first round to make sure we have all the alignment, and from there I'm going to cue it. The last one we're going to try to do it on a breath per pose. Get your water and your sunscreen and your shades, and let's get started. All right, starting out in this yogi squat at the back of your mat. I'm just facing the front to explain a couple things. The key to this is compression of the knees and the hips. So if you have to be up on your toes off your heels, that's okay. Don't drop the heels just to say that your heels are flat. Instead, we eventually want to be heels flat, knees compressed, hips compressed, spine straight, but not necessarily vertical, because that could put us back. Yogi squat, do what you need to with your hands. If you have to counterbalance, put them out here, maybe a little hippie move, whatever makes you feel good. We're gonna do 5 deep breaths to get started. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Knees are wide to make room for our stomach to move and let our diaphragm drop. One more time, in through the nose. Out through the mouth, not just giving us sort of permission to do the next few minutes of only yoga. In, out, but also setting our breath pace for the rest of this practice. One more. I think that's 5, close enough. We're gonna move into a little easy forward fold here. Feet are about mat width or a little less, whatever feels good. Head is hanging heavy. Arms go where they want. If you want to rock the baby, you can. It adds a little bit of weight. If you just want to have them on the mat, you can. No problem. You can straighten your legs, have them a little bent, alternate straightening and bending, whatever feels good, just waking up the spine a little bit here. Continuing to breathe, make sure you're not lifting your head and activating that cervical vertebrae. We just want to be in traction here. A couple of more breaths. And now, nice and easy, knees bent, we're going to walk it out to downward facing dog. First one's usually a little bit stiff. Your heels may or may not touch. If you have to have them up, that's cool, but eventually you'll have the flexibility in the calves and the Achilles to have your heels flat while you're pushing your hips up and your chest towards your knees. Hopefully you'll look like an upside down V one day or close enough. Let's settle in here, do whatever you need to. Poke your hips, alternate pedaling your heels down, remembering to breathe. I'm going to kick this thing off here in about 5 seconds. So do what feels good. And when you can, settle in as deep as this level of your warm-up will let you. And let's lift the right leg high. Try to keep the hips level. Don't pee like a dog. Hips level, foot up, stepping it through. Set the foot down by the right thumb. Drop the back heel, bring it up. Warrior 2. Settle in, take your time. Front leg is bent, back leg is straight, shoulders are over hips. Looking forward over the front fingertips, arms out parallel to the mat, hopefully a straight line from one wrist to the other. Settle in, big stretch in the back leg, big muscle tension in the front leg, working that quad. And facing the side of the mat, star pose, reaching up, little back bend with a flat back, forward fold. Plant the left hand and push Stack the shoulders, pull the elbow first, like you're loading a little, or you're drawing a little pistol. Then swing the arm up. Hopefully a straight line from one wrist to the other. Remember to breathe. Sweeping the top arm down. Reach up, goddess pose. Knees and toes point out. Back is straight. Shoulders over hips. Get as low as you can without leaning forward. So that means you're up high, you're up high. Nobody cares. You're not getting paid for this. I'm not even getting paid for this. Hands are out. Knees are out. Chin off the chest. Shoulders over hips. Hands on hips. We're going to adjust this foot over to a lunge. A test of focus is if you can ignore the enormous tortoise. Notice my hips are square. I'm trying not to lean one forward like we did in Warrior B. I'm trying to stretch this back psoas muscle. So the front leg is bent. The back leg is pretty close to straight to feel this stretch. Now we're going to intensify the stretch by slowly dropping the knee, gripping the front thigh, flattening the foot, getting even lower in the lunge. And now, because this psoas muscle is weird and it goes from the thigh, the upper thigh bone, through the pelvis to the lower back, we're going to engage a stretch through the abdomen. So the right hand is high and we're leaning back like a little back bend. You should feel that just fire up this flexor. Set the hands down, maybe walk the front foot forward. Shift it back, half split. Fold down as far as you can, and when you can't go anymore, round the head, putting your nose, chin, forehead on your knee or your shin. Hands can go wherever they need to be for balance. This is a hamstring stretch. Now, lizard pose. Plant the hands, drop the hips as low as they'll go to stretch that psoas. One more time. If you want to get lower, you can set the forearms down. If you want to look really cool, you can lift the back leg. And here's where we finish it off. Plant the hands, lift, swing the back leg. Chaturanga, up dog. Knees off the mat, shoulders away from the ears. Down dog, settling in, feeling good. Take your time, catch your breath. This down dog should start feeling a lot better. One big breath, exhale on the next breath, lift the left leg. Try to keep the hips pretty square. It's okay if they lift a little, but we don't want them turned out. Up on the toe, stepping it through, Warrior B. Front leg bent, back leg straight, shoulders over hips, arms in opposite directions. Look out over the front fingertips. Facing the side of the mat, star pose with a little back bend. Forward fold with a flat back. Plant the right palm under your nose, push. Stack the shoulder, lift the elbow, rotate up with the forearm, straight line, one wrist to the other. Sweeping it down and up. Goddess. Toes and knees out, shoulders over hips, arms wherever. You can do a little hippie move here if it feels good. Hands on hips. Move to keep us off that tightrope. Back leg straight, front leg bent, shoulders over hips. Stretching the psoas. Nice and easy, we set it down for a deeper psoas stretch. Foot flat. Grip the front thigh, lower with the hips, reach up and back with the left arm. Little half split to stretch that right hamstring. Move the foot forward if you have to. Straighten the leg, toes up. Over as far as you can. It doesn't have to be very far to stretch that hamstring. Maybe you get all the way down, hands go where you want them. Bring it forward, lizard pose, palms or forearms, maybe a straight leg. Big stretch on that right hammy. Press the mat. Plank. Shift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Shoulders off the traps. Down dog. Okay, now we're cooking. That's only one, guys. Gonna pick up the pace here a little bit. Big inhale, big exhale. On the next inhale, right leg up, stepping it through. Drop the back heel, warrior B. Face the side, arms out, toes out, star pose. Forward fold, flat back, plant the left, lift the right. Sweep it. Goddess. Knees out, toes out. Shoulders over hips. Grip those hips. Adjust your stance. Lunge. Straight back leg, bent front leg. Dropping it down. Deep lunge. Shifting it back. Half split. Bringing it up. Lizard. Palms or forearms, whatever feels good. Press it. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Hopefully looking like an upside down V by this point. Inhale, exhale. Next inhale, left leg up. Stepping it through. Drop the back heel. Warrior B. Face the side of the mat. Star pose. Arms up and out. Toes out. Forward fold with a flat back. Press the ground. Stack the shoulders. Elbow up. Forearm up. Sweeping it down and up. And goddess. Hands on hips. Adjust the stance. Straight back leg, bent front leg, shoulders over hips. Dropping it down nice and easy. Flat foot. Push. Reverse. Half split. Toes up. Body down. Lizard pose. Press the mat. Plank. Chaturanga. Halfway. Next inhale. Right leg up. Stepping it through. Warrior B. Star pose. Forward fold. Plant the left, lift the right. Sweeping it down and up. Goddess. Grip those hips. Turn to the back of the mat. Lunge high. Lunge low. Half split. Lizard. Palms or elbows. Back knee down or back knee up. Press it. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Other side. Big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale the left leg up. Stepping it through. Warrior B. Star pose. Forward fold. Press, stack. Sweep it. Goddess. Hands on hips. Adjust to the front of the mat. High lunge. Low lunge. Reach up and back. Straighten the front leg. Half split. Bring it up to lizard. Press it out. Right leg back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Home stretch, baby. One more series. We're going to speed it up a little bit on the breath. And inhale, right leg up. Stepping it through. Warrior B. Star pose. Forward fold. Press and twist. Sweep and reach. Goddess. Grip those hips. Back of the mat, high lunge. Dropping it down. Low lunge. Half split. Lizard. Back to plank. Shift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Last side, folks. And inhale, left leg up, stepping it through. Warrior B. Star pose. Forward fold. Press and stack. Sweep, reach. Goddess. Back to the front of the mat. High lunge. Low lunge. Half split. Lizard. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. And we made it. You don't have to do 4. You can do more, you can do less, it's up to you. But do the yoga and the results are guaranteed.
But the whole point of the machine is to relieve you of that suffering.